Never one to back down from a controversy, Rockstar Games opens up another free-roaming world to terrorize and take over. Bulworth Academy might seem like a microcosm of Liberty City, but the attention to detail, crass, clever humor, and free-form mission structure in Bully make this one school year you'll wish didn't end so quickly.
Jimmy, please say something.
In the typical sordid yet sophisticated fashion of a Rockstar drama, you're abandoned by the people who should care about you most. After your mother remarries, she drops you off at one of the most abusive educational institutions in the country and heads off on a year-long honeymoon. One of the scheming students, Gary, introduces you to the 4 rival factions that roughly represent your fellow classmates. There are the preps, the nerds, the greasers, and the jocks. You'll spend most of your time pitting them against each other, and hopefully squeezing in an hour or two for classes and errands.
Thanks, kid.
The story is nowhere near as raunchy as any of the Grand Theft Auto games, and ends up playing out like a slightly scandalous Nickelodeon cartoon.
You're so bad.
There's little to no swearing, and the violence only adds up to a few black eyes here and there. But there are still plenty of laughs to be had from the conniving and emotionally imbalanced characters Rockstar writes so well.
Hey, relax, friend. You're all pent up. Go easy or they put you on medication.
Just like GTA, there's a lot to do on campus, and you get to decide what takes top priority. Story missions, menial errands, and your classes are marked on the map. While there are only so many hours in the day, none of these activities are necessary unless you want to skill up your character or further the plot. When the day is done, you go to sleep and start all over again. There are 6 classes to attend: chemistry, English, art, gym, shop, and photography, each with 5 terms to pass. Every mark you get on your scorecard moves you up to the next level of difficulty and rewards you with new items or abilities. Chemistry allows you to make stink bombs. Gym teaches you new grapple moves. English helps you talk your way out of dangerous situations. Shop rewards you with better bikes, and so on. While they're not as tedious as sitting in a real classroom, they're definitely not the most exciting part of the game. You can skip each and every one of them if you'd rather focus on the story, but the prefects walking around the school will hunt you down if you're out of class. The story missions are as varied and spontaneous as they've been since Rockstar first implemented its cinematic formula on the PS2, but the structure can get confusing. Sometimes you'll have 3 or 4 missions available, but completing certain objectives will close off the other 3. Unfortunately, the game does a terrible job of alerting you to which objective will close off the others. The other problem is that doing a mission will inevitably award you positive or negative points with a specific social clique, but the missions never tell you ahead of time who you'll be cheering up or pissing off, so oftentimes you'll lose face with a group that you're trying to work your way into. This doesn't impede the story progression, but it can be annoying when you're doing a mission in an area full of people who'd like nothing better than to send you to the hospital.
You want to see me lose it?
At first glance, the map will look minuscule to anyone that's played GTA. The Academy and its connecting neighborhoods probably don't cover enough turf to equal one of the 3 cities in San Andreas, but there's much more detail inside each area. In a sense, Bully is to Grand Theft Auto what Majora's Mask was to the Ocarina of Time. While GTA has a massive metropolis full of absent-minded pedestrians, Bully is a condensed community with tons of unique and expressive individuals. No 2 people are the same anywhere. The sidewalks and hallways are full of jocks picking on nerds, preppy girls gossiping, tardy students racing to class, and prefects on patrol like they're guarding a nuclear weapon from Solid Snake. The seasons change, which is a step up from the day-to-night schedule in Grand Theft Auto. Holiday decorations will pop up, snow will fall and then melt away, and the student body will change their dress accordingly. The smaller battleground is also an interesting change of pace from the sprawling mega map that was San Andreas, where some missions took forever to complete because you spent half the time getting from here to there. The only thing that takes away from the cozy campus setting are the muted colors and mediocre graphics. The textures are extremely blurry, and overall, the game looks really bland. The draw distance can also be dismal compared to what's been done on the system prior. Still, the characters are drawn and animated beautifully and become instantly recognizable. The dialogue is synced perfectly in the cutscenes, along with the smooth motion captured performances. Seeing characters you're familiar with walking around really helps flesh out the environments. It's always fun to bump into the greaser's girlfriend you hooked up with, the preppy you humiliated in front of his friends, or the nerd you nailed with a firecracker the day before.
I've got some library books that need to be returned.
Anyone who spent time with Rockstar's other brawler, the Warriors, will feel right at home with the combat here. You have a lock-on targeting system that works predominantly well, a punch button, a grapple option, and another button that will humiliate your fellow brats. You can lay down the punishment one-on-one, or grab and throw enemies back and forth when you get surrounded. While there are no 9mm or Glocks in Bully, you can target Rugrats with your slingshot and switch to melee combat at the drop of a hat. It all works quite well. But fighting is rarely a quick fix, especially when prefects or police see you smacking someone. You can always be a good boy and apologize, or take the grittier way out by scaring them off. Your last option is to hide in trash cans or lockers until the heat blows over. Navigating the environment is quick and intuitive thanks to a run button that never runs out of steam, and the occasional skateboard or bike jacking. You can also hop walls like it's nothing. All this makes traveling short and long distances feel like you're actually a kid who's run away from home, tearing up the neighborhood, minus the roll of toilet paper and bar of soap. The only catch is the camera. It's very tricky to make your character go one way and your perspective another.
You want to run this school? I want to run this school.
While Bully might feel like the bratty kid brother of Grand Theft Auto, it's nice to see Rockstar doing fun things with the format lots of other developers spent so much time trying to imitate. Going back to school might not be your first choice when it comes to video game escapism, but just about anyone will get a serious kick out of getting a little revenge on their childhood authority figures.
Oh, God damn, kid!
Nice one, Jimmy.